Dignowity Hill was San Antonio's first exclusive residential suburb, according to the city of San Antonio. Dignowity Hill has developed many times over the last 100+ years that it's been around. So I'm going to talk about Dignowity Hill and its 3 areas that you need to know about if you're going to invest, live, play, work around the Dignowity Hill, because these 3 areas are really going to be broken down into what's going to happen, what's going to boom, what's not going to boom, and what you need to know. I'm Trey with the Cavalry Group, brokered by Real, the worst San Antonio realtor. As a bonus, I'm going to take you inside a historic home in Dignowity Hill, in the heart of it, that has been completely restored with the original hardwood flooring, so you can see what a Dignowity Hill home looks like. And this one's a triplex with an Airbnb in the back, so it'd be a perfect combination of what you could live in around Dignowity Hill. So the first area I'm going to cover is the Commerce and Houston part of Dignowity Hill. This area has been the oldest developed area, so it is the most commonly known in Dignowity Hill. You have restaurants and you have the train station, Sunset Station, Toro, which is an amazing place to eat. But those areas, typically people live in townhomes just because it's so close to Henry B. Gonzalez and you have excellent restaurants. The second part of Dignowity Hill is going to be right here where we're standing on, which is the Hay Street Bridge area. This part of Dignowity Hill hasn't been completely developed, but it is really nice, and that you have this kind of place to run and it's access directly to the Riverwalk. Alamo Beer is an excellent part of this community just because it has events, food trucks, and the homes that are being renovated here are freaking phenomenal. One of my favorite pockets in the Hay Street Bridge area is Burleson Street, which has a lot of brand new restaurants and bars. Augie's Barbecue, Elsewhere Kitchen, which is the coolest area. That part of the Riverwalk, which is way cooler than the main part, which is the more touristy part, just because you have a lot more local foods, a lot more local influence, you have much more cultura, and it's just an awesome place to dive in, to have the San Antonio experience, not be so far out, and pretty much walkable to the T. The third part about Dignowity Hill is the residential that's developing. Now this area is pretty much in the heart of Dignowity Hill, and here's where we're gonna take you inside this historic home. Other thing about Dignowity Hill is its neighbor is Government Hill, which is right by the Pearl. There's about $100 million buildings that are being put up. You have bars like the Modernist, you have places like Guillermo's, which are popping up everywhere around the Government Hill, but also if you live in Dignowity Hill, it's pretty much walkable at that point. From the looks of it, just driving around, you can see renovations happening everywhere, which I think is still early enough to know that this could be a great investment, but also you don't have the prices you do right over that bridge, and you have a much better, more spaced out areas with much less traffic. Here we have inside of the historic home here in Dignowity Hill. You have these beautiful wood floors back in the 1900s that have been restored, and this type of layout is very common here in the historic part of the first San Antonio suburb of Dignowity Hill. So the bathrooms have been completely redone, and you have modern tiles, and I love that they kept the character of the baseboards. And then you have inside that room that looks very grand and it has a lot of natural light. Then we shift into the kitchen, which the kitchen has the offset staggered tiles, which are really nice. The backsplash really complements the gray colors, super neutral in here. And then you have that beautiful view of the baby blue house that is the same kind of King William and German culture that it has in Southtown, which is really cool. Then you have this grand room here, and then you have the primary bedroom here with the similar flooring. It has the raised ceilings, and the main bathroom also is a full. It's really all the space it needs. And this is pretty much what you get for this price point in this historic area, and it's really rare to find something so turnkey that I highly recommend because it's such a headache to get through the historical committees and the city of San Antonio with permitting plus approval of the Historical Society. So I definitely recommend going something this turnkey if you're into that. We're gonna go into the third unit of this triplex, and it is turnkey. So units like this are really good to find because getting through the Historical Society plus permits plus approval is a real pain. But if you have a property like this, which is turnkey, it's definitely much easier, although you are kind of paying for it. So these two doors are very historic. Back when these homes were built 100 years ago, this was very common. It was like the main entrance and the guest entrance, but now there's just one entrance. So as we go in, you see the historic floors, maybe refurbished back in the 50s or so. So it's a little casita, or considered an ADU. You have open floor plan, bedroom, full bath, and you're done. So Dignowity Hill, if you were to live here, you have two parks that were pretty historic, and it used to be a house that they torn down, but now they're really dumping money into this park to revitalize the area even more. And the city passed a tax benefit that if you completely restore a historic house, it's possible you can get up to 10 years of exempt city property tax. That's incredible savings if you invest in Dignowity Hill. To me, it's the most centralized area of downtown where you don't have to live in the touristy part, but you do have access to it, which is really nice because you can walk to different places, you can drive, you don't have to pay for parking in Dignowity Hill. But then because of the city's push to get more affordable housing and to get more investor-friendly ordinances into place, Dignowity Hill seems like a great place to invest, live, work, play. If this video gave you any value whatsoever, give me a like. If you want to know more about what's coming in San Antonio, hit the subscribe button. If you're looking to move around the San Antonio area, our team would love the opportunity to help. Thanks for watching.